What are we saying?
I knew he meant left.
Yeah, I was thinking that because now I'm, yeah. You are using that, yeah?
Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for the Chelsea versus Manchester United preview. I'm here with my man Flex. Bro, how are you doing? Do you like what we've done with the thumbnail? We kind of got you
Not really.
looking away from Ronaldo. He's looking towards a tunnel.
Yeah, that's why I'm standing here, innit? So you can't really see Ronaldo. It's not really about him, yeah? We're moving on. We've got a new culture. We're moving on from this guy. But nah, listen. Goats of the game, innit? But I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit.
We'll touch on it.
But yeah, I like what you tried to do, but I'm just going to edge it out.
How are you doing? I mean, you're fresh off a nice win. This is a big game. Big, nice record here at the Bridge as well. You man like to come, still, take and run. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't come with your knife and fork and cutlery and sit at the table and manners. You man just come still and leave. You know those American films where they always film the food, the grandma or the nanny's made a lovely spread. We say, welcomed into our home, and you man take a grape and get on the school bus.
Gone. And you know what? That's what I'm on. Saturday, 5:30, mate. Get in there, beg, borrow, steal the points, get out. I think it will be massive for us if we can win this game, for us, because I think we've raised it in our big games this year, but they've all been at home.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? And at home, we've managed to get going on the counter-attack against Arsenal, on the counter-attack against Liverpool. And then had to play in a different way to smash Spurs, who were awful. Yeah. But away from home, our first big test was against City, and we failed miserably and got absolutely destroyed. Which I know it's City.
It happens.
It happened, but there was still an element, because going into that, we were like 4-4 in the league. We're like, you know what, we can actually give this a go. Yeah. If we lose, we lose. But the manner of that performance was shocking. I think now again is another sterner test, a more important test in our development as well, of how we're going to approach these games away from home. Yeah. Because we seem to be getting up for them at home. So I'm looking forward to it, and we've got a good record against Chelsea. This isn't a Chelsea that's free flowing and scoring loads of goals. You know, you mentioned in the combined 11 you did with us that the top end of the pitch, both teams could do with some improvements or some consistency and stuff like that. So
there's no Haalands, Ivan Tonys or Harry Kanes.
Do you know what I mean?
In our teams, like there's nobody sitting up there in the leaderboard saying this is me.
So I see it as, but defensively you're very good as well. You know, keeping all them clean sheets recently.
There's a lot of parallels.
A lot of parallels. So that's why I think this game is going to be really, really close and really difficult to call. But I'm confident in us that we can definitely go there and not get beat.
Yeah, there's no Reece James for us, there's no Fofana, no Kante. So big injuries for us. For you, Martial doesn't seem like he's going to be back.
Martial's not going to be fit.
Maguire, but I guess that's probably good news.
Why
with
would
the way
you say that? It's fine.
No Ronaldo. So it's not really a problem for you guys on the injury front.
Eriksen's back as well.
Yeah,
he was back from the last game and didn't even need to play for that long.
Who would you say, because for us, I would say the guy to watch out for right now is probably Mason Mount. Obviously Kepa as well is playing really well. But Mason Mount seems to have returned back to his form. I feel like Pulisic deserves a start in this game as well. Sterling's been off the boil.
Has he? So you wouldn't start Sterling in this? Has he been?
Do you know what it is? I think if Sterling plays, I'm going to be cool with it, because I feel like Sterling's just that level of player where he could just snap back into it.
Yeah.
He's faced this before, the competition at Man City. He understands what it is. He's a top player. But I do feel like Pulisic deserves a go, because he played well against Wolves and then he came off the bench against Brentford and he had an impact. And I feel like to keep him interested and everybody on the same plane, where it's like, yo, listen.
He's earned a bit of a start there.
Yeah, if you don't play well and you know, meritocracy.
I'd much rather Pulisic play than Sterling. Yeah, I think Sterling's at it. I think his movement, or when he's at his best anyway, he can really cause you trouble. I think Pulisic is a bit sometime-ish as well.
He is. He's inconsistent.
His whole Chelsea career's kind of been like that,
Very
isn't it? But
much so.
fair enough if he deserves a start. From a Man United point of view, it's a weird one, because I wouldn't say that like there's just one specific player that's like, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. But across the board, there's quite a few. Rashford, although he's not finishing his dinner at the moment, you spoke about dinner at the beginning of the video, he's due to start finishing his dinner, because he is consistently getting into great positions. He's consistently being a threat. And I'm almost certain...
He loves it against us.
100%. And actually, with Martial out, and there's definitely no Ronaldo, even if he was fit, Rashford will start up front, 1,000,000%. And he will give defenders nightmares with his movement, running in behind. And I think in a game where you guys aren't going to be afraid to take the ball and be dominant on the ball, our transition is going to be so key.
So you expect to sit off and we have the ball dominate?
Absolutely.
I have no idea what system we're going to play because we've been moving between about 3 or 4.
Yeah, and even Thomas Frank asked him, why do you keep doing this?
Why do you keep doing this, bro? Like, why?
Yeah, and Potter gave a good answer as well, to be fair. So Marcus Rashford, you got to watch out for. I'm going to say Anthony. I'm going to say Anthony. One, because he's scored quite a few goals since he's come here, but he's starting to express himself and try and take players on. He's explosive. Yes, he comes inside a lot. Yeah. You know, you play with inverted wingers as well and have done for a long time. Yeah. But he's really explosive, and I think he's starting to express himself. You've definitely got to watch out for him. And Martinez.
The Butcher,
because not obviously from a goal-scoring point of view, but in terms of how he helps us play. Passing between the lines, he's crisp on the ball, he's quality on the ball, and he's aggressive. And Aubameyang, you know, his biggest attribute, I think still now, is probably being active movement-wise as opposed to back to goal, link-up play.
To be fair though, he has dropped in between the lines a bit. Yeah, I've been shocked because when Aubameyang first came in, I said, didn't expect it. Yeah, is he going to be able to? Because it was always Lacazette that played there, and he'd come off the left. I wasn't expecting him to drop deep. But to be fair, he's got involved a lot, and his all-round game has been better than I expected. So, but it's going to be a battle.
You saw what Martinez done to Harry Kane.
Casemiro's the one as well.
Casemiro, another one.
Mason, I want him on him. Like, you know what Herrera was on Hazard?
Yeah.
I want that. I want it to just be just completely try and take him out of the game.
And Casemiro's not a dictator of the play. Yeah. It's not that. It's just that he understands where to be to just break play up and slowly actually help us transition. Yeah. His passing's been a little bit off the radar. He still needs to fine tune that, but you know, I was watching him very closely on our channel. People were saying I had a Casemiro agenda because McTominay was playing ahead of him, and rightly so at that point. Yeah. Didn't have an agenda. I was just calling what I saw straight away, and I was like, his passing's been poor, and he's getting passed around. Yeah. He wasn't, and at that moment, that was true. Now
he's always going to step up.
Exactly. Ten Hag was always, and that was the reason why Ten Hag was playing Scott McTominay. Yeah. It wasn't an agenda.
And McTominay was in good form, to be fair.
In good form, so
I think easing a player in and letting them know that, listen, you do have to work to get into this team, especially when someone's in form, and not just going by name is what it's all about. I think the other key battle is Cucurella versus Anthony. You mentioned Anthony there. He's cutting in on his left foot. He's popping it off the post. I don't know what it is with him, but he's giving me that I am Robin where
I was just about to say that. You know he's going to do it.
He just does the same thing every time and it keeps working. It's really annoying me.
Because they do it quickly. You know, a player can know, but it's knowing when he's going to do it. I know he's going to, but when. I don't want to overcommit myself because there could be an overlap going the other way, or he might surprise me and just go right.
Kepa's in goal, man, and he's playing the form of his life. Yes, he's just making saves that shouldn't be made, distribution-wise as well. So I'm hoping for that clean sheet because I'm more than happy to just take a 1-0 and get out of here as well. I don't mind.
You just need the win.
Just take the win.
I think for us as well, what's going to be interesting is Fred redeemed himself against Spurs after having a poor game against Newcastle. And there is an argument that you could say that was the best Manchester United have played under Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, you can argue Spurs were poor and they sat back and stuff, but we still have to do what we have to do. That's our best performance. Does Eric Ten Hag stick with Fred, Casemiro, Bruno, because that midfield was really good against Spurs, and no Eriksen, or does he go, this is a different game? You know, transition, there's a lot more emphasis on transitions in this game.
Is it similar to Arsenal for you?
Absolutely. Yeah, and I would probably say Arsenal are better football inside than you now. How crazy is that? I think they are.
It hurts, but
it's, you know, we can only go off
what we're watching.
And we've all been victim to, well, we haven't been victim to it, we beat them.
We ain't played them yet.
Yeah, and you ain't played them yet. But in terms of victims of seeing it and not wanting to see Arsenal that good. Yeah. The way they play football, so I would say, but it has to be a similar kind of thing because you've got good ball players. You can rotate the ball quite well and keep possession. And Potter will want you guys doing that. So I think it's going to be. I personally would put Eriksen back in. Yeah. Because I think, like I said, in transitional moments against Chelsea, we're going to need to be really good on the ball. It's not. I don't see it being a game where Fred can just play really high up and afford to be a bit, give away a few passes and stuff that I see this
sort of restriction.
Absolutely,
and Eriksen brings that. I think whether it's Fred, Loftus-Cheek, those guys that played next to that holder, they've had to show more discipline and be like, pick and choose your moments. I think those two players are kind of similar in that regard where they can't just leave their DM out to dry. They can't just leave them.
You need that unit. But Ten Hag, what he has showed us is that not only does he pick the right players, you play well, you get your shirt, so you're getting enough merit. He's also showed with that Fred decision of playing poorly against Newcastle but going again against Spurs, he's picking the player for the game.
Yeah.
Because he thought, well, I can leave Casemiro as a lone 6. And I can have Fred as an 8 alongside Bruno against this Spurs side who's going to sit off.
Yeah.
So I think Eriksen will probably actually come back in because I think, and I could be wrong, but I think Ten Hag will look at it like, what's the right horse for this course? What's the right horse for this course?
Yeah.
And I think the right horse for this one is Eriksen, considering the type of game it's going to be.
Okay. And for me as well, I'm looking at your fullbacks and I'm thinking, I wonder if we can get some change out of those two. Whether it's Shaw,
I'm going to be honest.
Defensively,
Shaw defensively is sound.
Yeah,
Shaw's always been defensively sound, to be fair to me. But he's always needed like a rocket up his backside to just stop playing within himself. Yeah. And since he's coming from Malassa, he's actually been very good. Yeah. I'm really comfortable with the fact that who you got on the right? Mount or Havertz?
To be honest, we don't really have a right winger.
We've
had Gallagher out there, or we've had a wing back who's been really advanced, like a Reece James or a Sterling or Loftus-Cheek. But there's actually, because Ziyech is literally non-existent right now, we don't really have a right winger, which is why in the combined 11,
I think Luke Shaw, so I think I'm not really worried about that. Yeah. Sterling on the left-hand side, going at the right-back Dalot, or whether you're saying it might be Pulisic. Again, I think Dalot is, he played against Martinelli, did well, won some battles, lost some battles. Yeah. Mark Diaz out the game. Had a torrid time against Jack Grealish, mind you. Played Perisic off the park, easy. So look, I think he's ready for the challenge. Yeah. He's ready for the challenge, I'm
looking forward to it. It's going to be a big clash. Before we wrap up, predictions. This is it, man. I feel like both teams and both supporters got a little bit of chest. Couple bench press has been done. We are feeling ourselves. We're thinking, yo, we can do this. But I feel like everybody's got the same vibe. And somebody's about to hold corn. Somebody's got... I don't want this to be a draw. I need a win. I feel like you also want... You want one as well. It will show something.
I believe that for the first time in a while... And even when we haven't been good, we've gone to Chelsea and got good results in recent years. We're good enough. We're in a good enough moment to go and beat you. Yeah, we definitely are. But I do feel it'll be a draw.
It probably will be a draw, guys. It probably will be a draw. Like that's for me. Like it's bait.
And I'm not even trying to play it safe. Like I genuinely.
I genuinely do think it will be a draw as well. But I'm gonna go with Chelsea win.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I need it. I've said it before. I need this win, especially after what happened in midweek. Flex, pleasure, bro, having you on.
Big up,
man. You know what I'm saying? Big up. I think first time, is it the first time on the channel? I don't know. I don't think
it might be. You know? We've done a lot together, but I don't think I've been on.
I'm not sure. But guys, if it is, then you guys know you need to go and make sure you subscribe because we're in the home of United views. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the home. I'm in the territory.
We let you in, man. We open the gates.
Listen, guys, it's slick in here. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks alright. It looks alright. You know what I'm saying? Let them know where to find you, bro.
Yes, man. 100%, man. Check it out, United View. If you want to see some of that Manchester United story. You know, I know you lot probably only want to come and me lose. And on a personal, check me out, Flex UTD across all the socials, man.
There you go, guys. Make sure you go subscribe. Links in the description and in the title. For me, just smash up the likes, man. Push it. Put it in the comments what you think of, what we've discussed. Who are the key battles, the key players? Big up your damn selves, and I'll see you tomorrow for that FIFA stream before the match. Big up, in a bit, people. Peace.